Hello guys, thank you so much for joining us today. As above, so below, we're talking about lunar energy. I like to say Cancerian energy to each and every one of you guys. If this is your first time in my live, my name is Chief Apostle Samuel Jr. I am the apostle and pastor of Apostolic Faith of Jesus Christ Incorporated, and my beliefs are deeply rooted in the ATRs. Those are the African traditional sciences by which we harness, direct, and disperse energy, frequency, and vibrations. To each and every one of you guys, thank you so much. As you're being notified that I'm live, I want to say thank you to each and every one of you guys that give me the opportunity to share knowledge, wisdom, understanding with you, and giving you an opportunity to make your reality the reality that you want to actually exist and live in. What's up, my crab case Monique 444 in the house? Also to my Aries is in the house. What's up, Tree Runner? Just got to talking about her on the phone, trying to act like I ain't heard from all day, but yeah, she's supposed to be headed to my house anyway to get my stuff. I want to say this. I'm going to be talking about something that has a lot to do with magic and magic when it comes to melanated people, black people. What's up there? My Taurus is in the house. What's up there? My Taurus. There go my Gemini, mother of the church. Thank you, Mother Susan. Thank you for being with us. I did send out pictures to those that participated in the when I got to the river. It was really dark out there, but I got lights on there up below. And the reason why I put the lights as close as I did to the water, because there's a lot of gators in that water, and so a lot of times when at night a lot of the creatures surface to the top, so I was trying to make sure before I go down there into the river that it wasn't no eyeballs on top of the water. So that's what I was doing that for, but I still want you guys to see and see what we got going on. But thank you so very much for that. What's up, my Karen O'Brien, my Gemini? How are you doing on today, Monday, love? I actually went into work to go to work. Didn't want to go to work. Not today. I wasn't feeling it. But I have a lot of seniority. I got 30 years at UPS, so I had a lot of seniority. So I asked him, I said, if you can to get me off, get me off. So he ended up managing to get my truck covered. So that's why I'm home. I got back in the bed. I want to say to many of y'all, what's up there? What's up there? Each and every one of you guys as you're chiming in. Now, one of the things that I want to talk about today, this is Moon's Day. Oh, first of all, let me say this. Hello to, I got to take this to the cemetery too. Merlot. I bought Mario some wine, and then I bought him another red wine, but this is supposed to go to the cemetery. Red wine. I got a lot going on. So I want to say hello to Pisces, Aries, Taurus, Gemini, Aquarius, Cancer, Capricorn, Leo, Sagittarius, Scorpio, Libra, and Virgo. First of all, thank you so much for you guys supporting me in my $1 million conjure. But I want to say this, when I'm doing money magic, and I talked to Mother Susan a little bit about this as well. A lot of people don't really do money magic. They do symbology when it comes to things that symbolize money. The reason why some people are successful with certain workings, because they have understanding, they have understanding of energy, frequency, and vibration. Doesn't matter if you're an Ifa, Voodoo, Santeria, Lakumi, Congo, Palo, Mystic, and Ajay. The fact that I understood the time frame that I was working within to do that working, and how these egons are going to manifest. So I really want to say that many of you guys, I hope that you not only was investing, but you were also trying to learn what real money magic is, so next time you participate in something or you're a part of something, that you have a better understanding and clarity of what you're experiencing. A lot of people watch me because I do real magic. They don't. There are people out here practicing. Got clients that they don't know half the things that I know. I've been doing since I was a child. And I always say this to people that watch me. Consider the source. I am somebody that was born doing conjure. I've been doing conjure real courtroom work when I was 4 and 5 years old. So I've been doing, when I say as a child, as in elementary school, I was doing conjure that young. I am 51 years old. I will be 52 years of age this December coming. And so that's a long time to be learning how to do real work and how and what all it entails and why I believe in quality work, which means that in order to do quality work, you have to have the real essence or the energy or the frequency of the instruments that you are trying to utilize and manifest. Oh my God, picture was some magic. Thank you, Sister Mo. Some evidence. I don't know. I gotta wait till, because I got a crack on my phone, so I gotta wait till somebody else time me. So a lot of the things that you may not hear other spiritualists talk about is because a lot of them may have learned, not all of them, but may have learned magic through videos. They have learned magic through regurgitating information on the social media. They may have learned by Google. I did not learn. I utilized these same avenues, but for very, very, very different purposes. But I have learned to work with energy, frequency, and vibration. I grew up in the Baptist church. I understood the power of prayer. I was very good at the book of Psalms. I showed you guys that. A lot of that came out of learning commitment to church and commitment to be participating. And when I got with my spiritual dad at the age of 13, he was already having me to work the 6 and 7 books of Moses, working Kabbalah, and so these are the things that that I've had I say the pleasure, because I'm realizing more and more as I get older and interact with people, everybody did not grow up the way that I grew up or did not have the experiences. People in generally are not looking to learn. People are trying to find a niche, a gimmick, a spell that they could work, whether it works or not, and manifestation, but trying to get somebody to believe in them without manifesting anything. If you have questions that you want to put in my super chat, and I'm going to be saying some things. I'm able to teach about real life and real magic in real life because I interact with people, and magic is a lifestyle. I do realize that there are people out here that are just trying to make their money, and I'm not here to hinder them. But I am here for people that are melanated, that are in the church, that you want to learn what real magic is. I have people that follow me that are not interested in the values and the morality that is necessary to become an ethical spiritualist, because they have no intention. They just want to learn some of my knowledge so they can make people think they know more than what they know, so they can trick them and con them. And I realize that, but I won't be sanctioning them. But I mean, I don't control who gets my information, and I don't control who takes my classes. But when it comes down to ethics and morality, that is my personal journey, and there's a reason why I do or do not do things, because I have seen many people before me that when they decide to do that type of magic, that you have to reap what you sow. So that has nothing to do with Christianity. That has nothing to do with universal laws. And so energy out, energy in. So I tell and teach people, be careful how you build and you manifest. Be careful how you interact with energy, frequency, and vibration, because depending on what that energy is, you may have an adverse effect of that energy. What's up, my Ryan, my Libra in the house? So I am going to talk about something, and I have my I'm going to do another live today, but I have my voodoo doll with me. I got something in here. I'll explain that in my other video, but he's feeding off of that. I want to talk about something today that me and my eldest son was talking, and I'm glad that he asked the question that he asked me, and it made me realize that if my children growing up with me, around me, seeing me operate in my my magic and my spirituality, if they are thinking like this, how many other melanated people that grew up in the church or people that are practicing the ATR may think like this, and this is a real problem to you actually growing and developing or getting the things that you have need of, actually flowing with the Egun, the spirit, the Orisha, the Loa, whatever power that you may be operating with. A lot of this will get a lot of you out of situations a lot more faster if you understood this and this concept. Everything is about all this mind. So how you think does affect your magic, your chi, and your prana. Do I even get my Hold on, y'all. I forgot the phone. The other phone. Hold on. Sorry about that. I forgot to pull the phone out of the car. So, hello. So when I share things, God, I'm not sharing things because I read a book. I'm not sharing stuff because of what I live magic. I've been around all different types of spiritualists. I have, like, my family is, like, on my mom's side and my dad's side is huge. But I deal with a lot of magic because of the stuff that my family was constantly getting into and getting involved with. And coming from somebody, a family that had a lot of property and resources, and this one thought they were this and that and all that stuff going on. So you always doing spiritual work because something always going on. So you get really, really good at certain things, especially money, because that's what my family was about. Business, when it came to money for your household, buying property, stuff like that. So I got really, really good at it because of the fact I was always doing it. And so, and because of the type of money that it took, because some businesses, be honest with you, want to keep it 100, some of the businesses were just fronts. They were just front. The real money was coming from other sources. So but I've also had to do work for legitimate businesses that they actually the business had to make money and produce money. So I've seen both aspects of finances when it comes down to real life. So I just always try to be honest with y'all, keep things real and keep things transparent. So a lot of my information that I share with people are coming from a real experience. It's not coming from something I heard or seen with other people or read about. These are the things that were very necessary in order for us to be protected and to be developed. And so this is something that is really, really important to me because I had a conversation. I have a total of 3 sons. So those that do not know that I am a divorcee. I have been married twice. I've been divorced twice. And depending on whether I like you, if I like you, I tell you I divorced them. If I don't care for you, then I won't say nothing at all. I'll let you draw the conclusion because I'm a male, and so most people feel they have a tendency to feel like women divorce men, and so therefore when I don't really care for you to know the truth about me, I don't say nothing at all. But I do have 3 sons, and I have 3 sons from 3 different distinct women. I have my first son comes from a Leo, my second son comes from a Sagittarius, and my third son comes from a Aries. So I've been hunting fire a very long time. So, what's up, my Natasha Foster, my Aquarius from North Carolina? Not that I ain't knocked off a water sign, an earth sign, and an air sign, because that, I did that too. Even y'all that sit on the cusp, I knocked a couple y'all off too. So, that's here, no doubt. So, I want to talk about this because when me and my sons had this conversation, and it was about my mantle and what would happen if I passed and blah, 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 and he was having this conversation with me. And I realized at the time, while we're having the conversation in real time, that my kids feel entitled. So I'm a 70s baby. I was born in 1972, so I'm a 70s baby. So we had a lot of philosophy, a lot of structure that when we grew up, when it came down to family, what goes on in my house stays in my house, or you make your bed. That's the era of time that I came up, learning magic and then interacting with family. So, you're a child, stay in a child's place, and, you do what you're told. that kind of stuff. So I always like to tell people that, so when you're listening to me, you need to know what era of time that I came up in. So even when I was learning magic from my spiritual dad, it was easy for me to take instruction because I was a child, and that's what children did. No matter what, you know, if you didn't do it, you get your ass whooped. It's that simple. So it wasn't all this negotiation and time and none of that. You know, when they talked, they still was hit. So they didn't, you know, that's what I grew up in. So, and my mom was a Virgo and her moon is Aries, so she whooped my ass a lot. Methodically, systematically, and intentionally. That's how I got my ass whooping. So, no here, no there. So, my subject tonight, and especially with this being Moon's Day and this also being an era where the veil of the temple, the veil is standing when it comes down to receiving and messages from ancestors and having more access to the spiritual world coming through the astral plane, especially going into this aspect. So, my subject, tree. Thought I heard something there. In my house, it can be very well spirits. So my subject tonight, this afternoon is entitlement in spirituality concerning black people perception. Perception has a lot to do with your view of a person, place, or thing. Has nothing to do with truth. Tree. Oh, that's Shango. Oh. Anyway, so when I share this, understand that I'm not sharing this because, hold on, what is, I don't know. Shango's not used to me being home, and so for other reason, I feel like he should be out of his cage because I'm in the house. But Shango don't pay no bills here. None. Shango take orders. Anyway, so happy Moon's Day to you too, my Natasha. So let me say this. I looked up the word because it's really, really important. First of all, entitlement means the fact of having a right of something. The belief that one is inherently deserving of privilege or special treatment. And I realized that a lot of the behavior that my children were having is because they felt that they deserved certain things because they were my children. It also, spiritually from me, naturally too, but I'm talking about from a spiritual aspect. And one of the behaviors are, you should do this because you're my dad. No. So I was explaining to my son, like, he was talking about the things that they did not know. My eldest son has the one that contributes the most. Financially to the things that I whether it's to my website, whether it's giving into the church or whatever. The other two do not give like that, or don't give at all, to be honest with you. So I realized at that point, because one of my Pisces, he at some point when I pass away, that he will receive my mantle, my actual mantle. And so my son was saying, well, I don't want to have things going on with me and then have to depend on him because he's not reliable. And he be in his own world, because that's what Pisces do. They be in their own world. My rising sign Pisces, so I know where he's coming from. So I realized at some point, so I said to them, well, I said to him, I said, just because he was told he's going to receive my mantle doesn't matter if he receives it or not. I said, because he won't know how to operate it. I said, how is he going to operate a mantle that he's not around me? I said, when Elijah was following Elisha was following Elijah, yes, he was told that he what he asked for, but he was there every step of the way to understand that mantle. So to understand the energy or frequency or vibration, how can you be a part of something or how to activate something or work with something when you yourself are not interacting or you're not even serving? Because I told him, I said, I did things for my mom in service. I did things for my grandmother in service. I did things for my spiritual dad in service. I did things with my spiritual brother in service. Even into the Orisha faith. Every aspect of learning magic is that you have to participate and be a part of that, or how you're going to interact the relationship when you're not present. And if these spirits are not seeing you actively serving, they're not going to work for you. The reason why these spirits get up and move for me the way they're, because I am constantly serving. That's all I learned. I don't care if I was doing voodoo. I don't care if I was doing voodoo. I don't care if I was doing conjure or obia. That's why some people say, oh, you was a hard working spiritually. Well, that's how I learned to do magic. You know, and so I realized after having that conversation how entitled my own biological children feel when it comes down to, I said, well, why would I get, I said, not only you, but your other two brothers are going to be shit out of luck if something happens to me. I said, because I have no intention of coming back to this earth plane. And I said, if you don't learn what you need to learn while I'm here, I said, I'm 51 years old. I'm about to be 52. I said, if you don't learn what you need to learn while I'm living, then shame on you. I said, I'm a phone call away, if because my kids don't live in one lives in California, one lives in Georgia, and the other one lives in the area, but he don't talk to me. So I don't feel sorry. And I said, I don't feel sorry because your mothers are not pushing you to know and be around me to learn what you need to learn. And so therefore, you came out of these nuts. Okay? And you feel that because I'm your dad, I'm supposed to give you my trade secrets. I'm supposed to give you my divine name. There's no way neither one of you have earned with me or my spirits, including this one, which is the main spirit, that you should have information, especially the mysteries of my bloodline, which I'm a matriarch in the bloodline. And this is what I'm learning, not only in my own family, that people feel because that's my mama, my daddy, my cousin, my sister, or my brother, that you have some form of entitlement inherently, that you don't have to do the work. You don't have to put in the investment. You don't have to give. And yes, you get certain things because you are my son, or you are my child, or you are my sister, or you are my... But at the end of the day, you got to do your work. And if you are not doing your work, you get no return. And so one of the things that I want y'all to understand, that I even see this in my church, a lot of the bad behavior, I'm going to tell you, a lot of the bad behavior and mistreatment in my church comes because somewhere ideally you feel entitled or deserving of a certain treatment or privilege that you did not earn. And now I'm understanding, even with my own biological kids, that they're upset with me for not teaching them certain things. And so I told them, I said, you could buy a class like everybody else. If you were so interested in conjure, obia, voodoo, Santeria, then when you, because I said, and you being the eldest, I said, you have spent more money in my ministry and on my website than your other two brothers. But if you were truly interested in learning conjure, you got to invest just like everybody invested, just like I had to. So he looked at me, he was like, what? I said, I didn't do anything. I always served. I want y'all to really understand that just because you are in an elay or a coven or a church, you feeling that inherently you deserve a certain level of treatment or privilege to something is what's really hindering you from being all you could be in your own spirituality. I said, I'm not going to have sympathy for none of y'all when I am a living, breathing, physical person right now that you can pick up the phone and ask questions. If you are being in the dark about something and you're not having conversations with me, that's because you're choosing not to. Just like I tell you guys, I don't believe I own you. I don't tell my kids what to do. I've never forced my kids into voodoo, conjure, mystic, whatever their practice because they want to. How much of it they learn is because now I'm understanding you ain't learning what you could be learning because you think I ought to just give it to you because you're my son. It don't work like that. If you have not earned the trust of the Spirit, there's no reason for me to give you their knowledge. If you have not shown loyalty to the Spirit, there's no point. And then another part of this is that my children don't understand. If you don't pay homage to me and my ancestors, you're not going to be able to function in my magic anyways. And you're going to live a mortal life on this earth without the access of divine and extraterrestrial power that is in your blood, but you will never have access to it because you have never invested. You have never put the time in. You have never been dedicated to the service of spirit. You've always gotten things because you were my child. You've always gotten certain blessings because of what I was doing. Because even my other son said, he said, I ain't worried about it because I'm going to be blessed anyway. So I said, well, what do you mean? He said, doesn't somewhere in the Bible say the righteous shall never be forsaken, nor his seed beg for bread? Now, this Negro don't even know his Bible like that. But he knew enough about the Bible that he took that part and said, as long as you righteous, I ain't got to beg for bread. And there's some truth to that. Because the seeds that I sow and the things that I do affect my kids, and my children do benefit, or it also affects my bloodline. But to live solely off of the benefit of my service to spirit, but thinking that you're going to be entitled to that same service of them same spirits, is asinine. Just because somebody in your family is in the military doesn't give you access to the base or the military facility. Don't work like that. Spirituality is the same thing. That you're not serving the Egum. You're not serving the Nkisi. You're not serving the Loa. You're not serving the Impungo. And so therefore they are not obligated to do anything for you because you're my son or sons. And so I think this is something that is very, very necessary to black people, because I'm realizing a lot of black people or people that practice Ifa, voodoo, you feel entitled to Oshun. You feel entitled to Ogun. You feel like, oh, I know God for myself. But God don't move for you like that. That you have no evidence that God or Egun or ancestors move for you like that. You have an inherent feeling that because you are you, that the Egun or spirit is going to move. And this is why I'm platforming a lot of my magic now that I used to wouldn't do. Because I want to show, when I tell you that me and these other spirituals are not the same and we're not in the same category, I have the evidence, I have the resume, I have the tangible artifacts that allow me to do the type of conjure that I do. And so I want you to understand, just because you're in Ifa doesn't entitle you to anything. Because you're in Haitian voodoo or voodoo in particular, Louisiana voodoo, it doesn't entitle you to anything. Because you're in the church doesn't entitle you to anything. Because you got crowned, it does not entitle. If you're not putting in the work, if you're not investing, then there is not going to be a harvest. You can own 90 acres of land and choose not to plant any seeds. You have no control, absolute no control over what is growing in your vineyard because you didn't plant the seeds. Nature is growing wildly in your life. And so I thought about this, how even with my own children, feeling like I'm teaching all these other people, not looking at the fact that these people are paying for my classes. I'm not teaching these people for anything. You want me to give you my knowledge, my wisdom, my understanding for free because you're my son. How many know that if you don't work for something, you ain't going to respect it and you ain't going to take care of it? Why would you fight for something that you never worked for? The reason why I fight and stand up for my conjure and my spirituality is because I had to work. I had to make sacrifices. To all of you that don't understand the difference between what you've earned and what you feel you deserve, this is why relationships break up. Because you think you deserve something you did not earn. So you didn't earn to be a Proverb 31 woman. You just say you deserve to be treated like a Proverb 30. It's a difference. You say you feel like you deserve to be treated like a king, but you did not earn kingship. Because if you are a king, you would have did the same thing that David did when he got anointed king. He went back to shepherding his father's sheep. How many of you that are still working for the ancestors? Before you become an ancestor, before you burn your ancestor, you don't work for the ancestor, or you don't work for your family like that. You don't work for your family tree. So why do you think you deserve the assistance or the help or the protection of your ancestors? Because you feel entitled because I'm cuz, because I'm mama, because I'm daddy, I'm brother, I'm wherever you fall in the family tree. Blessing, thank you so much for the $19.99. Appreciate you. When you earn something, certain man, nobody can take that from you. I don't care if you are in Christianity, Islam, Muslim, Palestinian. When you earn that, and now I'm understanding like why people have attitudes with me, because you feel entitled to something, and I'm sitting there like, okay, well, you want me to do this, so you ain't never earned that with me. I want y'all to think about this. You want people to do like me, to do the heavy lifting, but you want the same harvest. You want to give bare minimum, or you want to give the least. You want to support the least, but you want the reward of those that are doing the heavy lifting. And the only way you can think that way is that you got to feel entitled. Because nothing from nothing leaves nothing. And my kids are not the only people that feel that way around me. Some of you guys feel like because you do certain things, it entitles you to certain things, or have entitled you for certain things. You have to prove yourself. If I have to prove myself to ancestors Egun, Loa, and Pungo, or Lofi, Mighty and Banzo, why do you think if Christ, if you believe in Christianity and the concept of Christos, if he had to submit himself, I want you to think about this. If you are a true Christian, and if Yahshua had to submit himself to the will of the Father to receive all power in heaven and earth and under the earth from the Father gave the Son all his power. But not before he submitted himself, his will. He said in Golgotha, he said, Father, if it be thy will, shall this bitter cup pass from me? After he didn't get an answer, he said, nevertheless, thy will be done. Why would you think that Yahshua would be granted that kind of power and leverage from the Father if there was no service? Then Yahshua turned around and said to us, he said, there's going to come one. See, I'm here to testify about my Father. That's my job. That's my responsibility. But there's one that's going to come called the Comforter, the Holy Ghost. And that Holy Ghost will testify of me. That means that the job of the Holy Spirit is to testify of the work of Yahshua and to manifest the work and the will of Yahshua. That's why he said, anything you ask the Father in my name, that which the Holy Spirit will do for you, which is the Father, the Spirit of the Father, Spirit of the Mother, and the Spirit of the Trinity. So these are the things why I'm understanding why certain people feel like they don't have to come to church, because you feel entitled. Do you realize that there are people, not only in church world because of giving tithe, there are people who feel like they give derecho or they've given certain offerings or ebos. They feel entitled to certain blessings, certain manifestations, without no participation, without no faith, no commitment, no dedication, and no participation. This is what you hear about people when they say, we live in an era of time where people feel entitled. You want the $1 million without the work. You want the house on the hill and the picket fence, white picket fence, with the faithful husband with no work. You don't want to. You feel you deserve. When you watch your life and your patterns, none of that adds up to what you feel like you deserve. And the only explanation for that is entitlement. You want this wealthy man to find you wherever you are that he don't even know you exist. You want this woman, this spectacular woman that is so poised and she's so spiritual and she's so submissive and she is going to be a good wife and a mother. You just want her to find you out of clear blue sky and you trifling like hell. You got mama issue, daddy issue, you irresponsible. Like, ain't nothing about your life. And I thought about it. I got 3 sons. None of them can economically hold down anything that I'm doing. If I build what I got right now, they can spend the money, they can sell the property, but they're not in a place. That's what entitlement will do for you. It will keep you from being in a position to be the eldest, to be the middle child, to be the youngest child. This is what I'm the eldest with my mom and my sister. But I'm in position to be the eldest. When my nieces and nephew come to me, I'm in position to be uncle and great uncle. You can't just feel because you uncle or great uncle or great auntie or dad or mom and you feel that somebody's supposed to give you respect, you ain't earned it. When we were going out to eat, I was paying for everything. My sister was contributing, my mom was contributing, but nobody had to tell me to get the bill. I'm her eldest son. I'm my sister's eldest brother. Do you understand? I'm head of this family, so I assume my responsibility. That's why my sister came to my church. She said, I love my brother, but my brother earned his respect with me. Yeah, he my brother, but he earned that. She watched me function as a man. She watched me function as a man, as dad, my man, as brother, as man, as son, as man on my job. These are the things that she has watched through the years. This is what y'all not understanding. I earned my place in the spirit world. I have not walked to not one egoon, one spiritualist, and expected them to give me something for nothing. When I tell you guys about my spiritual dad, he had a store. I used to work that store. I never got paid. Paid a check. I worked my spiritual dad's store. I did readings. Did he give me money? Yes, but I never got a paycheck. Like if I was doing, he wanted me to do a reading for somebody, he would tell me what to do, go what client he wanted me to do the reading for, and they would pay me. But I never got paid from my spiritual dad. The payment was he was teaching me his craft. The payment was the access that I had to his office. The reason why I can tell you the stories about his the things that he was working, because I had access to that. That was my payment. I was here to learn. I was here to hear. I had access to, because he was a Mason, so I had access to a lot of information that I would not normally have access. That's what the payment was. I would literally have to leave school. I live in Vero Beach, and I would drive to West Palm Beach after school. And I would be in there 1 o'clock in the morning, 2 o'clock in the morning, sometimes 3 o'clock in the morning. And then got to get up and drive back from West Palm Beach and go to school. I did that for years. I'm going to say it again. I did that for years. I'm not just his spiritual son because I'm saying spiritual son and spiritual father. I invested into my spiritual dad. I don't know what's going on in social media that people feel like because you feel like you are air sign or earth sign or water sign that you don't have to contribute or this is but I realized after having that conversation with my eldest son that's 32 how entitled. And he did not know that I was literally working. I was serving. I ran my grandmother's convenience store. I ran the hotel. Whatever she told me to do. Like, you not just learning conjure. You got to put your work in. And then you have to be familiarized with these spirits. And the way that you are familiar with them by this, I see people come into church. How you going to serve the church, the spirits in the church, when you ain't even in the church? You're not even serving the spirits. You don't do no vacuuming. You don't do no sweeping. I've never seen so many lazy people that want to be somebody godmother, godfather. And like I said, to each their own. You can never be my godmother or my godfather because I don't have respect for people that don't do the work. See, I'm not in voodoo for one reason. It's the magic. I'm in Ocha for one reason. It's the magic. I'm not here for the adornment. I'm not here for the mambos or the pataki. All that sound good to y'all. I'm not here for the elekes. I'm here for spiritual development. Because all that other shit, that don't mean nothing to me. I'm not trying to compete with closeness to Padrino Michael or my Ova. I'm here to get my work done. Here go my money. Give me my license so I can do my match. I appreciate everything they share with me, and I utilize that. But I don't feel entitled to my Padrino because I've given to the Ile, because I supported maybe a party or whatever he had going on. I've never sit there and felt like, oh my God, I can't believe he acting like that with me, because never done it. I didn't do it with my spiritual dad. I didn't do it with my spiritual brother. That's what entitlement will have you positioning yourself in a very negative way because you feel like you deserve something. When the truth is you don't have a receipt for the stuff you're talking about you deserve. I'm going to say it again. You have absolutely no receipts for the stuff that you're asking to be done for you and with you and around you. And you wonder why you don't see the power in voodoo or Santeria like you, because there's too many people that feel entitled. I really needed that conversation to happen, and I'm glad that my son had that conversation. And he was really a man enough to even ask the question, and he took it like a champ. But it helped me to understand the mindset of what I'm like. Well, you're not around. How you gonna learn to do a magic and you not like all the stuff that I'm talking about? I was participating with my spiritual dad or whoever taught me. I was present. You're not here. That's why I know how to do floor washing. I can make a floor wash from scratch, whether it's for a house, for it's a business. I know how to work a cemetery because I was there with my spiritual brother. He taught me how to own a complete cemetery. That's why I can raise all spirits in one cemetery. I can raise multiple cemeteries at the same time. My Padrino don't even know I know how to do that. But I didn't learn that in Ocha. I didn't learn that in Santeria. I learned that in Haitian Voodoo. I was out there in the cemetery with my spiritual brother, and he told me what to do with that cemetery in order to take ownership of those spirits in that cemetery. But if I wasn't serving, he would have never shared that with me. My spiritual dad told me how to go to a grave and get power from a spirit in a grave. But he would have never taught me that if I was not serving. Minister Mario got power because of his service. Minister Mario is being venerated by me as a Orisha priest, as a Palero, a Tata Nkisi, because he served. And because he had a servant's heart, that's why he came back and he's still serving. And he's going to keep being blessed. And you know who's going to benefit off of that? His daughter. Because that's his bloodline. Immediate bloodline. This is what I'm having this conversation. And I'm sitting here, I'm like over the phone and I'm like, this is what the problem is. This is where all these feelings are coming from. You have these feelings. Your feelings are real, but your feelings are based in your entitlement, not your service. See, I got a right to get upset on my job if they let somebody with less seniority go home because I put the service in. Do you understand? But then we have people on my job, and I had this conversation with supervisors, and they say they ain't even put their time in, and they feel like they should get what y'all older drivers get. That's what entitlement does. It will make you feel that you deserve the same manifestation that chief apostles that have sacrificed and served and given ergon to. It's entitlement. And it's also going on in the church. It's going on in Ifa voodoo, and it all goes on in black people because black people feel like because you black, you deserve to practice voodoo. You deserve to practice hoodoo. You deserve to practice obia. Okay, what if we do find out that you got people in your bloodline that practice magic? Were they any good? Yes, she read the Bible, but how much came to pass? What type of workings she did? Or what type of workings he did? All these things should be a factor, but when you feel entitled to the power, this is why now I understand why you can click off, because you don't feel like you need to know this. Because let me tell y'all something. Entitlement will have everybody thinking they chosen. Ain't nobody, the Bible says many are called, and few are chosen. Can we all agree to that? We all done read that scripture or heard that scripture. It said many are called, but few are chosen, right? But when you listen to black people all over social media, it's so many goddamn chosen people. So somebody lying. The Bible says it's 5 wise and 5 fools. Everybody claiming to be wise. Somebody lying. I'm a Sagittarius. Moon in Aries and rising sign Pisces. Everybody can't be a doctor. Everybody can't be a master. And somebody got to be the disciple. If you're going to talk about the table, somebody got to be the top of the table and somebody got to be the legs to the table. Or there is no table. Are you hearing me? Everybody can't have good pussy because there's too many people complaining. Everybody can't have good dick because there's too many people complaining. Somebody lying. The reason why you can omit and feel like you're still, well, I don't have to do the ceremony with him because I'm going to still get what God got for me. Sweetheart, sir, you how old? Since when you've been had the capability of manifesting what? Since you have the anointing, you have Isaiah 10 and 27. You the head and not the tail, but above only and not beneath. You all of this. You are the loaf. You are the shewbread. You are the manna that came down from heaven. Then where is the manifestation of the divine mother or father or uncle? Or we'll take the energy from the nephew. Where is it rocking for you like that? I have the power not only to work magic for myself, but a slew of people. You ain't got enough gas to get through the week. Why are you saying that you could do the same spells. You have the same arche. You have the same chi. The only explanation is entitlement. You think because you call the name of El Shaddai, you're going to get that divine name to move for you like I do. There's only one explanation for that. That's why you're not listening and following. You're talking and need to be taught. This is why I'm expressing, showing you there's so many levels to voodoo, Santeria, Lacumi, and Palo, and all this, because there's too many people out here, everybody claiming to be a master. Everybody claiming to have it, got it going on. Your hair costs more than the drawers you got on your ass. How you a queen? Even for Queen Elizabeth to become Queen of Great Britain, she had to go through an ordination. In order for Esther to see the king after being crowned queen, she still had to prepare herself to go see the king. We preach all this stuff. How you just skipping all of these steps? I got to prepare myself before I go online. I got to prepare myself before I do conjure. Everybody else got to go through all these steps that are chosen, are anointed, are appointed. But you get to skip all the steps, and all you got to do you got one shelf that you got in your house that came out of Dollar General, and all of a sudden now you're the master alchemist, you're the master of conjure and sorcery. Explain to me. And that's what I was telling them. How do you think you do? I said, why would I do that when you have never, and none of you have never showed me that you are support in what I am doing? Why would I give you that? That makes no sense to me. When I die, I'm taking all my shit with me. If you don't call me and ask me questions, that's your tough luck. And I know I'm not going to feel bad. You've been watching too many movies that Zeus is going to do it just because you're a child of Zeus. In that case, then all of the children of Oya, because I'm a child of Oya, I'm also a child of Oshun. Then all of us should be living the same lifestyle. And we know that's not true. A lot of people in the church say they're a child of God. And all the children of God are not living the same lifestyle. So we know that's not true. Everybody in our families and the family reunion say that there's no favoritism and they love everybody the same, but everybody ain't living the same lifestyle. Somebody got favor somewhere. Black people, we like to do too much lying. And I ain't with that. I'm 51, about to be 52 years old. This entitlement will keep you from asking, participating, and investing in your future, not mine. Because I told my son, I got what I need. Y'all ain't got what y'all need. I'm not on my sick bed. I'm not broke. I'm not out of my mind. Some people think I am. And you have a father the way you have and you're not communicating? Why would the fuck would I care? You're disrespecting me. I'm not disrespecting you. You act like you can exist outside of my magic when you came out of my nuts, my scrotum, my nutsack. That's entitlement. You think you can bypass me and I'm the matriarch of the family? Your mother can't do let me tell y'all something. What's so crazy with my children and with my family? The only reason why my kids have any popularity is due to the family that I was born out of. The only reason why you get any notoriety in any of your spirituality is out of me. And I'm the one you're not spending time with. I'm the one you're not talking to. Your mother can't do that. At least Rebecca understood that Isaac had to bless Jacob. You trying to bypass me. Because guess what? I kept explaining this to my kids. Your mothers are not, I'm not their father. I'm your father. You listening at them. I'm their lover. I'm their husband. They don't have to honor me as their father because I'm not their father. I'm the one that knocked their box down. You, on the other hand, have to honor me. And the way that you're living and the way that you're operating is a dishonor and a disrespect not only to me, but the ancestors that provide for you, that protect you, that move for you. And where have you served? Where have you served? Your mother can't give that to you. Neither my first baby mama can't give it to her son. My first wife can't give it to her son. And my second wife can't give it to her son. I'm the key. I'm the door. And you will never excel beyond me. The only reason why I'm the matriarch, because my mother's mother chose me. She did that. I did not step above my mother. I couldn't do it if I wanted to. You cannot go above the hierarchy in your bloodline. The reason why I have what I had and what I got in this bloodline is because my grandmother, who's over my mother, picked her grandson instead of her daughter. The spirit does that, not you. How can you go above, as what the old saying say? There's a saying out there, the ears can't go above the head. My eldest son could already have, if he was serving, he could have already been scratched, initiated, crowned, all of that. And because he's the eldest on both sides, he could crown all his brothers and sisters. Entitlement will have you out of order. Entitlement will have you out there in la-la land. Entitlement will have you out there going through stuff you ain't even got to go through. That's the same thing like the prodigal son. Because he wanted to do what he wanted to do, how he wanted to do it. And let me tell y'all something. Just like I don't tell y'all what to do, I don't tell my kids what to do. The prodigal son said, give me what's mine. And he went out there, he wasn't considering the conditions of life. He didn't consider people, place, and thing, and squandered everything he had. And the Bible says these words. He was in there feeding the swine, which are pigs. And the Bible said that he would have eaten the husk or the food because he was hungry, famished, cottonmouth. But the Bible said he came to himself. He said, even in my father's house, the servants are doing better than me. Huh? My own biological kids have allowed Minister Mario to come in here and serve and got crowned. Because he served these spirits. He done got elevated and put in a position and it's forever. This ain't nobody's fault. You have to serve. You have to show them that you are willing to serve. Elijah would have never got that double portion of that mantle if he wasn't serving. Yahshua would have never got all power invested in me, in heaven and earth, if he was not serving the Father. You're not getting anything. Being initiated into something versus serving are two distinctly different things. And it actually healed me. Because now I understand why y'all think the way y'all think. That's why you can be slowful. That's why you can go over there and jopper. That's why you can go over there and do all of that. But the day I close my eyes, it is what it is. And just like my children, many of you guys are missing out on opportunities that you could be having by serving, by supporting. My exes can't give you extraterrestrial energy, but I can. My exes cannot give you a crown, but I can. I'm the only parent that got anything physical, property, that I can leave as an inheritance. It makes no sense to me. This ain't about favoritism or looking down on somebody. These are facts. The only reason why you've had the opportunity to have the lifestyle you have, it comes through me. If you were going to, you would not be living this lifestyle. I got kids out there unnecessarily suffering because you don't want to serve. You don't want to bow down to the nuts that brought you into the world. I don't give no fucks. As long as I honor my mother and father, that my days may be long, that's all I got to do. I ain't got to kiss, I don't have to kiss nobody's ass that came out of these nuts. Because I could have left you in a towel. I could have left you on a wall. I could have let your mama swallow you. That's how serious it is. Because I didn't have to bring you here. And just like you owe your mama for you being the gateway, you owe me for being the channel. That stem of Jesse is the reason why you're here, breathing in and breathing out. I don't care what your mammy say. Huh? I could be the most flamingest man in the world, I'm still your daddy. I could be wearing a pink tutu if I want to, and still gonna be your daddy. If Kris Jenner, Caitlyn Jenner can still be the father of his children, he still get Father Day cards and support as Caitlyn Jenner. Fuck that. I don't have that kind of mindset. I show respect. I show honor. I show regard to my ancestry. And that's why I am who I am today. Because they make sure. Because I make sure they're good. They make sure that I'm good. Because I constantly serve. I'm not out just here doing spells and getting oils and stuff. Because without the power of your ancestors, that oil ain't shit. Without the power of your ancestors, them candles can't do nothing. Huh? Do all the babies you want. Without spirit, it say the letter killeth and the spirit maketh alive. You go out and buy the same wine that I got. Without egun, without spirit, without ancestry, where your manifestation? Who gonna speak for you in the spirit world? That's why I don't have a problem with doing some of my working on live, because I know you can't emulate it. You can get by some of the stuff, but you can't. You can go. You can actually go and go to the Botanica where I bought this wooden doll. But what you can't replicate is the actual shape of my voodoo spirit that flows through this voodoo doll. See, you can always buy. That's what gets me with y'all Amazon people. You can order. I see somebody see me with a horn. Your ram's horn can't do what my ram's horn can do. That's why I say I got good dick. I don't just have a dick. I have good dick. Huh? Because I have a life force energy that runs through these nuts. All dick ain't alike, and it ain't on the same category. That's all I'm trying to tell you. Entitlement will have you missing out. Entitlement will have you off the yellow brick road. Entitlement will have you missing out on things that were meant for you to have, but because you felt like you deserved it, that's why you can't get it. Change your attitude. You have a right to be upset when you earn. You work. But when you ain't work, and this is one thing that my kids got to understand about me. There were not only people before me that sacrificed for me to be in the position that I'm in, but I've also did my own personal sacrifices. And for you to disregard my sacrifices to give you the life that I've given you, and I'm not just talking about your life of breathing in, breathing out, just the opportunities that I've given you just by me being who I am, I'm the one that has the fame. Huh? I come from an infamous family. I come from a family of notoriety. I'm the one that's been in magazines. I'm the one that's been on television. Do you understand? I'm the one that's all over social media. I'm the one that getting likes and shares. I'm the one that got the website that's being supported. I'm the one that's maintaining this church. And how your sacrifice gonna mean more to the Egon, the ancestors, than my sacrifice? How I'm gonna make my mom's sacrifice less important than my sacrifice? How I'm gonna make my grandmother's sacrifice less than my sacrifice? I want you to see how that don't make no sense. Somebody else had to pay the price before you start paying. Somebody had to give up before you start giving up. I'm not the first person. That's why I'm a part of the matriarch. I'm doing my part. I'm doing my run. And how can you do what I'm doing when you ain't watching me while I work? Doesn't the scripture say, Yahshua said, I am doing nothing on earth except that which I've seen of my Father? You can't even emulate because you ain't here to watch me work. I told my elders, I said, you can come to my house and find out more and get more out of my house because at least you live with me, so you will be able to come in here and pick out stuff. I said, them other two, they wouldn't even if I had things in here, they would not even know what to grab. Because you're not here to watch me work. The people on social media would know more information than you would know. Oh, that's his bracelet. I remember him having that on. You will walk right past my bracelet not even knowing that my Ache is in that bracelet. You be out there looking for my gold rings or my diamond rings or my bracelet. And yeah, I got some of my Ache. But this right here, you'll walk right past it. And this got way more power in it than my gold bracelets and diamond bracelets. But because you feel entitled and feel deserving, that's why you don't watch, is why I'm working. And I hope that whatever I'm saying today, that you really understand. If you're going to be a God child, a God son or daughter of some Elay or coven or something, it needs to be a real relationship. It needs to be an authentic relationship. This is why you support Apostle Eli. I do real magic, y'all. My real energy comes out. I give my service to you guys. But feeling entitled to what I have without serving, just like my children, it's going to have you SOL. Being bloodline don't guarantee you anything. Well, let's get the very mantle that y'all talking about. Elisha was not bloodline to Elijah. So a mantle does not have to go to bloodline. Spirits do not have to go to bloodline. Spirits can choose to walk. I am not bloodline to Minister Mario, but his spirit chose. His spirit chose to work with me. You need to wake up, because some of y'all missing out on opportunity because you feel like you deserve certain things. He's not walking with his daughter, which is his bloodline. He's walking with Chief Apostle Samuel Jr. by choice. You don't tell spirits what to do. You ask spirits what they want to do, and you work accordingly. So just giving you real lived experience. My mom felt like that what came to me should have went to her. But and the truth of the matter, you're not that woman's only child. Why do you think you deserve it above everybody else? I'm going to say this again. A lot of y'all feel entitled, young or old. It's a deserving that you never earned. That it's like realistic, you never served like that. You never served like that. And you're not interested in serving like that. Because you're so busy trying to outdo me that you can't serve me. You're so busy trying to get a limelight that ain't yours, that you can't serve. So whoever comes along that wants to serve in my ministry, serve in my elay, serve in my covenant, those are the ones I'm elevating. That's not favoritism. I'm working with who work with me. I support who support me. And I still love you. But entitlement, don't let something happen to me and you stuck down here on this earth plane without what you need and without you need to know. Because your mother can't give you my combination. Your mother cannot give you my combination. I'm not her father. This is why I have power on my mom's side and I have power on my dad's side. Even I was talking to Shadow Wood, and she told me, she said, you have strong ego on both sides of your family. Exactly, because I respect both. I respect my mother and father. I call my spiritual dad, but I know who my father is. I have never put anybody beyond my parents, because my parents are my foundation. Not one parent, both of them. So I hope this helped. I hope that this opened the eyes of the entitlement that we're seeing in the ATRs and the practices. But a lot of this is that you think you deserve something you never earned. You feel like I'm supposed to, what's up, Jelly Sweet? I'm supposed to go through all the stuff that I'm going through and I just turn around because you're in the need just to give it to you. Why? Why? Tell me, why would I? Why would I share my insight with you for free? I don't care who you is. If you want better and you want stronger magic, pay for it. Serve. Do your thing. Other than that, it is what it is. I'm not trying to get anything. I already have it. Wait till I show the video today of what I got working with my voodoo doll. So all y'all that think you on my level and that I don't have stronger magic and arche and all that, we gonna find out. We gonna see who can do what. Because guess what? I have people that I'm going to do some conjure for, and certain manifestations come through. Actions speak louder than words, baby. Actions speak louder than words, baby. Actions speak louder than words. I'm a sage. I'm bringing them receipts. All right? I hope. Let me check my phone. That's PayPal. Oh. All right. So I hope this helped. I hope that this gave you a better insight to how entitlement is hindering your spirituality. And I hope that you don't take what I'm saying personal, but you understand that I'm somebody living magic every single day, and that you have an opportunity to learn and to get some knowledge, wisdom, understanding for somebody that does this. I do realize that there are people out here working and they're trying to change their life. So I'm trying to give you practical ways of getting to those spaces and places. But at the end of the day, if you don't want it, sir and ma'am, I don't want it for you. Because I'm going to still get what God got for me regardless. Because I'm going to serve. I'm going to serve. All right. Love you guys. I'll see you a little later on.